Hey, welcome! So, today we're going to get into a little piece of contract law that you actually use pretty much every single day, probably without even realizing it. It's called an invitation to treat. And trust me, it's the secret to figuring out a super common and, let's be honest, kind of frustrating situation at the checkout counter.
Okay, so picture this. We've all been there, right? You're in a store, you spot a jacket, and the price tag says 50 bucks. What a steal. So you grab it, you head to the cashier, but then it scans at $75. You point to the tag, they say, oops, sorry, that's a mistake. The real price is $75. Now, what's the deal here? Are they legally forced to sell it to you for that advertised $50 price?
I mean, your gut reaction is probably, of course they do. It feels like a bait and switch. But the real answer has nothing to do with store policy or good customer service. Nope. It all comes down to a really important legal idea that defines how a sale even happens in the first place.
And that idea is called the invitation to treat. Yeah, it sounds a little formal, maybe a bit odd, but I promise you, it is the absolute key to solving our little shopping mystery. So, what is it?
Well, instead of me just giving you the textbook definition, let's try to figure it out together. We're going to look at a few options, and you can see which one feels right.
All right, first try. Is it an invitation for a meeting? No. A price tag isn't asking you out for coffee, it's about buying something. So we can throw that one out right away. Okay, what about this one? An invitation to exchange information? You know, we're getting a little warmer. An ad does give you information. But this is way too broad. A news article also exchanges information, and that's definitely not a contract to buy something. So, still not quite there.
How about an invitation for negotiations? Now, this is interesting. For really big purchases like a house or a car, the price is almost always just a starting point for haggling, right? But for our jacket in a department store, you're not really expected to start negotiating with the cashier. So while this is close in some cases, it doesn't fit our everyday shopping trip.
So, we've tossed out meetings, we've tossed out just swapping info, and we've decided that negotiation isn't quite it either. It's got to be something else, something a little more specific. So, what is the correct definition?
And here we go. An invitation to treat is a statement inviting others to make you an offer. Now, read that again. It completely flips the script on how we think shopping works. The store isn't offering to sell you that jacket. They are inviting you to offer to buy it from them.
Yeah, let that sink in for a second, because it's a game changer. That price tag, that ad in the paper, that item on a website, it is not a legally binding offer from the store. It is just the store saying, hey, look what we've got. We'd like to invite you to come and make us an offer on it. The power to start the actual legal process of a sale, that's with you, the customer.
And this is the perfect way to see how it works. Let's walk through it. So, step 1 is the invitation to treat. That's the jacket hanging on the rack with that $50 tag. Step 2, this is the crucial part, is the offer. That happens when you take the jacket to the counter and say, I'd like to buy this. You are officially making an offer to purchase it. And step 3 is the acceptance. That's when the cashier takes your money and rings up the sale. Only at that moment, when they accept your offer, is a contract actually formed.
Now, you might be wondering, why is it like this? Well, there's a really practical reason. It protects stores from honest mistakes. Just imagine if a newspaper ad had a typo and listed a brand new car for $200 instead of $20,000. If that ad were a binding offer, the dealership could be legally wiped out in an afternoon. This rule just keeps things in the real world.
So let's go all the way back to our $50 jacket and put it all together. The big misconception is that the price tag is the store's offer to you. But the legal reality, thanks to our new friend the invitation to treat, is that the price tag is just an invitation for you to make an offer to them.
Which means the final answer to our big question is no. The store is absolutely not legally required to sell you that jacket for $50. When you bring it to the counter, you are making them an offer of 50 bucks. At that point, the store can reject your offer and make a counteroffer, in our case, for the correct price of $75. And then the ball's in your court. You can either accept it or just walk away.
All right, so let's boil it all down. Here are the key things to remember. First, a price tag is not a legal offer, period. Second, it's just an invitation for you, the customer, to make an offer. Third, the actual deal, the contract, isn't locked in until the seller accepts your money at the checkout. And finally, this idea applies to almost everything you see, stuff on shelves, things in catalogs, and ads online.
So now that you've got this new legal superpower, start looking for it. Where else in your daily life do you see invitations to treat?
What about a menu at a restaurant? Or when a real estate agent lists a house? The whole world of buying and selling is built on this one simple but really powerful idea. It kind of changes how you look at a price tag, doesn't it?